Your habits and behaviors are what will build the life that you want or keep you right where you are. For years, I felt like I was doing everything that I possibly needed to do or was required to do to elevate my life and achieve my goals for not only myself, but for my business and for my family. But I just kept feeling like no matter what I did, I just felt like I wasn't moving forward, or like I was just kept starting over every time. Like I would start something, it's just like I wasn't progressing. It was like, okay, well, now I got to go all the way back and start over. So as you can imagine, I started feeling, defeated. I started feeling like, is it really worth it? Is all of this that I'm doing, all of these goals, all of these dreams that I have, is it really worth anything? Is it really worth me putting in this amount of work to feel like I'm not getting the return on the investment? Y'all, for real, I was like the team no sleep. I was the get up early, the early bird gets the worm type of chick. I was the, finish it till you, do it, stay up until it's finished. Not go to bed until, when you're tired. I was that chick, okay? That's why I can't even get it out, because I was that chick, okay? I was her, trying to really change the trajectory of my life, change the narrative of my life at the same time, plus achieve these goals, elevate my family, feeling all of that burden on me. And then, you know what? I realized that hustle culture was toxic, okay? That's not for me, okay? The whole hustle culture is not for me. Now let's not get it twisted. You must work hard. I'm not telling you not to work hard. What I'm telling you is that toxic BS that we be hearing a lot, you gotta know when enough is a damn enough, okay? And do what works for you. That hustle culture is not for me. It is toxic, because what I found is that if I just focused, I didn't need to deprive myself of sleep. I didn't need to wake up early. Like when I say early, y'all, I'm talking about like 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? I know y'all been seeing the little video that was going around with the guy who has this extravagant morning routine. I wasn't doing like put my ice in no bowl of water or anything, but I was getting up early. I was depriving myself of sleep, and I just was not fully cognitive of like everything that I need to do. I was not at 100% with everything that I needed to do, because baby, I needed to get some sleep, okay? I needed to get sleep. And I just felt like the hustle culture, baby, that's not for me. But here's 10 habits that I did embrace to achieve my goals with comfort, with ease, and minimal stress. Number 1, I set the best time in the day that works for me and my lifestyle with getting the majority of my tasks done. So the reason why I bring up lifestyle, because everybody's lifestyle is different. There are people who work a 9 to 5. There are people like me who, have kids, who have, different things that I need to do within the family, things that I'm personally doing every day. To not only achieve my goals, but to keep my sanity. So there are times in my day, there's a specific time crunch that I set for myself every day, where I know that I'm going to get the majority of my tasks done. That's going to move me closer to the end result for my goal. For me, it's going to be, you know, in the early parts of the morning, like between the hours of the 8 a.m. to like the between 8 a.m. and to noon. That window of time works best for me in my lifestyle, because I know after noon there's going to start being, you know, more things that I need to get done for myself before my youngest come home from school. And then shortly after he gets home from school, then I need to get in the car and I need to navigate to get my daughter from school. So there are certain things in my life and how my life is set up that works for me, but for you it may be something different. So what I would say is pick a time of the day that works best for you in your lifestyle to get the majority of your tasks done. Make that a habit. You know, once you do it 1 to 2, 3 times, you're gonna start getting into your rhythm of, okay, this is the time that I find that I get most of my stuff done. We all have a window of time that this works for if we really pay attention. And so for me to come up with my window of time, I just merely paid attention to, you know, when I was most focused. And it's mostly when them kids is at school. When they're at school, I'm able to focus from in the morning to the noon, and I'm knocking back some tasks. Yes, I'm still getting things done after that time, you know, in between the time, but for the most part, the majority of my goals that I really need to focus on, like the task for those particular goals, I've already gotten the majority of that out of the way by noon. 2, embrace the power of letting go. I cannot and I will not hold on to people, places, or things that no longer serves me, that is not growing, that is not progressing, that is draining me, draining my energy, draining my creativity. I cannot. And what I have found with letting go, what is for you will never miss you. It's going to always either find its way back to you, or when you let something go, it opens up the floodgate for what should be in your life. So embrace the power of letting go. 3, time block. And if you've been following me for a while, you will see that I have mentioned time block in almost a lot of my damn videos, okay? And that's because I take time blocking serious. I stick very closely to everything that is on my calendar. I use Google for my time blocking because I always have my phone with me. My email, my calendar, and everything is connected to my phone. So every Sunday, I put everything in my calendar that I hope to get accomplished during the week. And I set certain allotted times on my calendar for me to achieve those goals. I don't care if it's cooking dinner for my family. It is on my calendar from this time to this time. That's all you're doing. You're not focusing on nothing else. Because sometimes when we're just like what they would say, freestyling. When we freestyle in our life, we don't really be getting a lot done because we're everywhere. We're trying to be everything to everyone else. We're trying to do everything for everyone else. But guess what? If it's not on my calendar, from the allotted time on that calendar, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because I need to focus. I need to get my goals done. I don't care if it's for the business. I don't care if it's for my personal reasons. I don't care if it's for the family, for my man, whatever. If it's not on the calendar for this allotted time, this is why I have the calendar, so I can get the things done. So that is a habit that I've implemented, and it's worked for me, and hopefully if you decide to try it, it works for you as well. 4, minimize social media. Girl, I done said this almost in every video because this is a struggle, and listen, I even struggle with this, and listen, I'm the most disciplined person that I know, okay? That I know. But I've struggled for a while, and I see this, you know, overall in the world today, we all struggle with minimizing social media. And what I found is that I was becoming very, very distracted. I wasn't getting a lot of my goals done. And when I looked back as to why I was not getting a lot of things accomplished, it was because I was on social media. And so what I've done is I've allotted myself to, you know, be on social media at least 1 hour a day. And what I found is because I only allow myself to be on social media 1 hour a day, I don't really be on social media because I be doing stuff like this. I'm being more creative. I'm being, you know, I'm doing stuff in my business. You know, I have my beauty business, Maki Beauty. So I'm making more skincare products. I'm implementing my candles, making candles. I'm, you know, coming up with ideas for journals that I'm going to be releasing for Confidence on Stilettos. So I feel like I'm being more creative when I'm away from social media. So that habit that I had to always grab my phone or always want to look over because I see a notification, I don't really feel that urge anymore because I'm just really in my zone and I'm being creative and I'm just being me. You know, it's freeing to not have to or feel like you need to look at social media. Okay, it's a habit, it's an addiction, if you will. You know, there's many addictions out here and I think a lot of us are addicted to social media. So I would say try and make that a habit. It's just to minimize your social media so you can get more done in your life and for yourself. 5, set hardcore boundaries. There will be people in your life that will intrude and try their best to intrude and make you feel bad about the boundaries that you are setting. These boundaries are necessary for your mental health, your overall health, and for your growth. And this is how you teach people how to treat you. You know, you put up boundaries. You have boundaries for the people at your job. You have boundaries for people on social media. You have boundaries for your kids. You have boundaries for even your man or your woman. You have boundaries for your parents. You have boundaries even for yourself. What you will allow yourself to do, what's your moral compass, set hardcore boundaries and stick to them. Don't let yourself cross those boundary lines, and don't let anyone else cross those boundary lines. This will keep your mental health in check. This will keep you healthy, and this will keep you freaking sane all the time. Okay, for real. Number 6, make it a habit to affirm your life daily. What I do is, of course, I'm affirming my life. I have affirmations that I say every day. And then, of course, I implement affirmations and prayer. So I found that for me, my sweet spot for doing my affirmations and my prayers is affirming my life at least 6 times a day. And what happens when you start affirming your life, you start seeing those mountains of your life move. Sometimes we are doubting ourselves and we are fearful of certain things because it looks like this giant mountain or a Goliath in your life. And guess what? Affirm your life. Pray prayer without ceasing. Pray. If that's what you believe in. I believe in Jesus Christ, so that's who I implement prayer to. For you, it may be someone different. Whatever floats your boat, whatever it is that your higher power is. But pray, affirm your life, see those mountains move, make those mountains move. You move the mountains of your life. So remember, words are powerful. Energy is powerful. So make sure that when you're affirming your life, that these are the things that you really want to see in your life. That you're not just talking and saying things, just blowing smoke, and then you figure out, well, damn, later on, like, why is this happening? It's happening, babe, because you said it. That's what you said was gonna happen. You said if it ain't one thing, it's another. If it ain't this, it's that. So guess what? That's what shows up. That's what shows up. That's why I tell people you have to be very, very careful what falls out of your mouth. I don't care if you're just playing. Girl, stop. 7, say no to the hustle culture. This is by far the best habit that I implemented in my life. You know, it's just not healthy to always be on the go, not enjoy life. Babe, slow down. Enjoy life. Life is beautiful if you slow down and you notice what's really going on around you, within you. And when you really realize that you're right where you need to be, you're right where you prayed to be. If you really sit down, slow down, and you think about it, what you're experiencing right now is something that you prayed about in the past, and you're experiencing it right now. So that's by far the best habit that I implemented, was letting go of that hustle culture, because I just was not even recognizing the joy of my life, the growth in my life. I wasn't really paying attention because I was always hustling, you know. So yeah, trying to let that go, girl. Number 8, prioritize rest and relaxation. This one right here, y'all, brings me so much joy, because there was a time where if I was resting, I felt like I was being lazy. I felt like I wasn't getting anything done. But now I embrace just being, just resting, just relaxing. It is nothing wrong with you relaxing. Girl, if you want to have a Netflix and chill day, have a Netflix and chill day. If you want to have a, I don't want to think about nothing that I have to do today, have that day for yourself. Have it for yourself. It's very therapeutic, it's healthy, and it's normal. That's what we should be doing. You know, I am not going to tell you to always be on. Sometimes, baby, you gotta be off. You gotta turn off. That's how you replenish your battery. That's how you re-energize yourself. You have to turn yourself off sometimes in order to let things process, let your brain slow down, let things marinate. And when you're back on, you see that you're more focused, you have more clarity, and you move a little bit different. You know, you move with strategy, you move with precision, you move with all of the things that you need in order to get your goals accomplished. You know, you just have better energy that's flowing around you and within you. So yes, I would say, girl, prioritize that rest and that relaxation, because we all need it. This world is crazy right now. Number 9, avoid all negativity. If the conversation is not positive, if there's no positivity, let's just put it this way, if there's no positivity in the conversation, in the actions, in the atmosphere, in the arena, if there is no positivity in it, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. Just like I said in one of my other tips, energy is powerful. Energy is magnetic. So just think about this. If you're around people that's negative, you may not be a negative person. You may not feel like you're being negative, but babe, you may be holding on to some energy that is not even your damn energy. And you may be coming across as negative because that's the energy that is either attached to you or you are attached to it. Some of the things that I've had to tell myself and that I recognize within myself is that I was like making connections with people through trauma bonding. You know, we had similar traumas, and so I was, you know, I was connected with people because that was the familiar side of what I was experiencing. So I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I said, God, please, relinquish and cut the ties to anything that I am attached to through a trauma bond, because that's something that I don't want, and it's a negative energy that keeps going. And like for me, I can feel when the energy within myself switches from positive to negative. It's heavy. It's hard to explain. It feels disgusting. It feels dark. You don't feel like yourself. It feels cloudy. It just does not feel good. So at all costs, I would say just part ways with anything that is negative within you or and around you. And lastly, number 10, move your body, honey. Move it, okay? Move it. Go for a walk. Go dance, Go do some cartwheels, honey. Dance in the mirror. Do whatever it is. Go exercise. Go to the gym. Move your body. We were not, created to just be sitting all the time. It's time for you to move. When you move your body, even like when you dancing and stuff, like that energy, you're moving the flow of that energy. So a lot of times when I'm feeling like blue, when I'm not feeling myself, when I'm feeling, kind of dark, I get up, I move my body, I dance, I do whatever it is that's going to move that energy on up out of me. So yeah. So y'all, these are my 10 tips that I have implemented in my life, or the 10 habits I should say that I've implemented in my life that has helped me tremendously with just creating and staying into, as we all say, that soft life that we all should be experiencing. A soft life is a life of comfort, a life of ease. I'm not saying that's not where you work hard, but it is not on that struggle bus. It is not on that hustle bus. It is something that is comfort. It is something that is mentally healthy for you. So soft girl life may mean different things for many people, but for me, it just means comfort and ease and stress-free, honey. That's what I'm looking for. So if this content did resonate with you, just give it a thumbs up, leave a positive comment, and let me know, if there's any habits that you think that I should implement into my life. And please feel free to use any of these tips. If you feel like you need to switch some things up as far as your habits, feel free just to try it out, see if it works for you. So if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell so that way you are made aware every time that I release a video. And as always, do not forget to create goals, crush them, and most importantly, look damn good while doing it. Well, Boss Beauties, I will see you on the next one.